Hey, what's going on? This is your boy Vinnie Mac from Pimp's Corner. Here's rule number 3 to the Pimp game. Rule number 3 consists of a lot of different rules, and I'm finna start giving it to you now. Thanks for your patience and waiting for this rule number 3. And here's the most important rule. Rule number 1, don't talk to the police. Rule number 2, don't talk to the police. Rule number 3, don't talk to the police. Now, those are really, really important rules. I said it 3 times over and over again, because if the police start questioning girls, you don't want them talking to police. Even if they're in the gym, just let them go to jail and keep their mouth shut. It's going to do both of you guys a favor, because police are really, really good at tricking the girl into information if she wants to open up and talk to the police. Yes, you got to just do not talk to the police. Don't answer no type of questions. If they're going to put them in jail, just let them go to jail. You go to bail or whatever. Do not ever let your girls talk to the police. And that's the main rule. And if you catch a girl talking to the police, you need to get rid of her immediately, because she's not listening to what you're telling her to do. Another important rule is, in today's game, you see a lot of these game bangers. They run around with these cars and with these hoodies on and stuff like that. You don't really want your girls to date black clients, because black clients, you can't really tell if they pimps or tricks, and it teaches your girls to have to stare in the cars at pimps and things of that nature. So my advice to you, if you're not in the Texas area or down south where there's probably predominantly a lot of black tricks, is you got to really be careful when you screen these tricks. I just really don't allow any of my girls to ever date black tricks, because therefore it keeps them out of trouble. They don't have to worry about looking in their cars and nothing like that. And if they are being sweated by any type of pimp, they are immediately to turn their backs and walk away as quickly as they can. Might need a little pep and step if it takes to run, because it's better for them to run and let the pimp know that they're not interested in them than to stand and turn your back and let the man get a champagne campaign on your game, because that's going to teach him maybe he got some action. He's going to go around the block and switch your game if you let him just stand on the corner. So the best thing to do is have your girls run quickly as they can off of that corner. And if they go around, you do that really what they call the whole spin. While he's driving over, you spin and turn back and go the other way. And here's another rule to know. Rule number 3 is you don't have your hoes dancing no tricks music or pimps music coming out their cars, because it teaches your hoes out of pocket. And the worst thing your girl can do is spit on the ground if she's not feeling a pimp. That's disrespectful to the game and to the pimping, and could end up with some bad results from that. Depends on how these people that portray themselves as pimps act today. You see it time and time again. Girls are going to spit on the ground, and pimps will get out, or they want to try to throw some water on your vision. I'm gonna tell you, pimp, something else, man. When you throw water at somebody's hoe, you dead out of pocket. That could result to some things, and you leading steps to yourself that leads something other to the game. If you're trying to knock a hoe, you cannot be throwing water at them or nothing out the car. You gonna do your campaigning, which of course is legal. But these rules are specifically for the girls. I just want to touch on that note. But you guys in the game, you want to make sure that your hoe stays in pocket at all times. And here's another important rule to rule number 3. If your girl is being violated by a trick or nothing like that, don't have her holler and scream, because the trick is already doing some type of crime, and you don't want it to turn into anything else other than him trying to force himself among them. And if he's being forced himself among them, teach your hoes to use a condom with the trick, give him what he want, and just get out. It's just a part of the game. I know it doesn't sound good, but it's just a part of it. And make sure that you counsel her when she calls you with that. Just don't push her away. Bring her in, sit her down, and get into her mind and see how her mindset is for that day or for that week or whatever, how strong the girl is or whatever it may take. Though that's a very important rule, because I've seen a lot of pimps blow their bras because they'll get raped or robbed or both, and they'll sit them right back down. And here's another important rule that I touched on last week. If it's an important rule to rule number 3, if your girl's hitting licks, move them immediately. If something happened the other week and I reported on Pimp's Corner, if you can look at my past stories and shit about it. But if your girls are hitting licks, you definitely want to move around with them. And here's another important rule. Rule number 3 is if you're having sex with your girls, one of the main things is not to talk about the sex that you're having with your pimp. That's a very sacred thing. It becomes between it, not just a pimp and a hoe, but a man and a woman in general. And nobody wants to hear how their partner's having sex with the pimp. No girl wants to hear that. Just like a pimp don't want to hear his girl telling him about how the tricks is having sex with them. If you get a thing in your pimp's mind, would you want your girl to come in and tell you everything she does with a trick at all times? Of course you don't. Nobody wants to hear it. If you got any kind of care or love in your heart for that girl, you know it's going to bother you. So you got to remember, you got to think the same way if it's the other way around. So that's a very important rule to keep a team together. If you have a team, you know what I mean, or if you dream on having a team, you want to learn these things here. Another thing is make sure that your girls wear protection at all times. No bareback and none of that kind of stuff, because it could lead to ain't no money important is risking the girl's life in this game. So you never want them to do nothing bareback, man. If you do, you probably got a hold in your soul. Who does that? Nobody does that unless you don't care or love the girl that you're with. And the girls, if your pimp is having you do that, he don't care nothing about you. Excuse me. So make sure that you always have your girls use protection. And here's another important rule number 3. If your girl has some kind of protection against a trick, which you should never send them out with a gun in the first place. I'm not going to say a gun because you never, that's way out of pocket. You don't send your girl out for meaning chances with a felony gun in her pocket. So you want to make sure that the mace or the knife or the taser that they use is very well hidden. The last thing you want a trick to see is what kind of weapon that the girl has to protect themselves. Now you want to make sure these other rules that applies to rule number 3. That's what I'm waiting here because it's really complicated, but I won't give it all to you. I'm just giving you the basic facts of this here. I don't allow my girl to date black tricks. I know down south and Texas like that, they do a lot. In DC, they do a lot of dating the black tricks, but I really don't allow that because it opens up to girls looking in all cars, and some cars that you think is black. So now you look in the car, if it's a pimp, you're gonna think the girl likes him, she out of pocket and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that they really stay away from black tricks if you can. If that's your thing, then you know it's consequences go there with that. Cause your girls to be sweat, especially today. You can't really tell who's the pimp and the pimp. In my time, you stay grinding and shining, and you can also be able to tell who's a trick and who's not a trick. But in today's game, you really can't tell. So I would advocate that you don't even let them date blacks at all. So I'm sorry about you, brothers, but it's so much stuff going on in the game today. I'm not trying to put nobody down. You can do it the way you want to do it, but I'm just telling you it's not a good thing to do. And make sure your hoes don't dance to no pimp's music. If a pimp comes, she immediately runs the other way or gets out and yell around the street to let them know that your hooker is not interested in them. The ones that just turn their back, stay on the corner, I would call that some lazy horn, because the pimp think he got action, he gonna swirl around the block, thinking he gonna try to loosen the girl up by talking to her because she just turned her back, but she's still listening. You understand what I'm saying? And he gonna be talking, you need to listen to what you missing. I told you not to. I know pimp was. I know he told you not to talk, but you sure can listen. You dig what I'm saying? It's just giving them a wide ear for that. So you want to, those kind of things you want to avoid in this game today. And take some time out with your girls and see what's on their mind. A lot of you guys, when the girl comes into work, you don't even address how her day's been, what she's been going through. You let her unfold, let her unwind and tell you what's on her mind and how her day goes, and you know what it is that she's been through the day. What kind of, did she get some regular? Did she have potential regular clients? Just get into the girl's mainframe and care and see what's on her mind. A lot of us miss Pimp because we don't really care what's on her mind. All you do is care about your money. And you do that, you won't last long in this game. It's a lot of rules to this. Rule number 3 to the Pimp game. These are rules for your hoes. And this is Vinnie Mac teaching you some of the rules to teach your hoe in the Pimp game. I hope this was helpful. I'm not advocating anybody become a hoe, anybody become a pimp. This is just some things I've been through. Is educational or is entertainment, or whatever purpose you want. Like I said, I don't advocate this here. I would like you to like and subscribe to Pimp's Corner here on YouTube. You can hit my Cash App Cash App tag Vinnie Mac Films. I do consultations. If you guys need a consultation, just hit me up and let me know in the comments. This is Vinnie Mac. This is rule number 3 to Pimp Game. I know it's been long awaited. Rule number 2 will be coming up next. And then we're going to get to the big one, rule number 1. Thanks for your time. Hope everybody have a great day and safe in the game today. And all your hosts, you can take mainframe of this here. And if you listen to these rules and if the guy that you with that ain't applying these rules, you probably shouldn't be with him because he ain't got no game. This is Vinnie Mac from Pimp's Corner, and I'm out.